Brett, I know I've asked you this. You've won Mountain West Player of the Week and had some of these honors before. I know you're a very humble guy. I know you like you said, it means the offense is doing well when things like this happen to you, and a lot of the other offensive guys. But there's 2, 3, or 4 things today. Is it kind of cool? I know you don't get caught up in that a lot, but is it still kind of cool to be recognized like that?
Yeah, it makes me feel good, but it's not nearly as cool as celebrating with the team after a win like Air Force and understanding the position that we're capable of being in if we just continue to execute and play well.
Mm-hmm. We've talked a lot even in the first 4 weeks where, when this offense is executing, we saw last Saturday what it can do. We saw against Nebraska what it can do, even a couple quarters against Idaho. Coach Christensen saying, just, focus and have good preparation will be fine. You've been through this now for 4 weeks. Have you noticed a big difference in preparation, like for the Nebraska game and even last week's game, that maybe was lacking in the other 2 games or the weeks leading up to it? Or what do you think needs to happen this week to keep that same focus and preparation so you can do that not just this coming week, but weeks after that? What do you think has to?
I think the main thing is just, I think everybody, including myself, needs to find hours in the week where we're watching film and we're able to get with each other and understand the game plan, understand what we want to do in certain situations, understand what we want to do when we see specific defense. In a certain deal, for if there can be any checks, if there's a blitz. I can go on and on about the preparation aspect of football, but I think that's what it takes, and we had a lot of time to do that for Nebraska. I think that's why we played well, and then 2 weeks there was kind of a little bit of a setback, and I think we realized that and understood what it really takes to be successful, and this offense is capable of big things if we're able to prepare the right way.
Right. What have you seen from Texas State so far? I know they're a team, they're 2-1, and forced, I think, 10 turnovers in their first 3 games, so they've got the ability to force turnovers. What have you seen from them defensively, at least early on, that caught your eye, concerns you? What's kind of an early scout, I guess?
Yeah, they're extremely athletic. First and foremost, they have athletes on the other side of the ball that are definitely guys that can make plays, and also they do a few things that we haven't seen yet, and some things that you don't see much. And when you see things that are definitely difficult to scheme for or to have success against, I think that's where the preparation comes into play, and just understand what they do, why they're going to be doing it, all that stuff, and that's what this today and the rest of the days leading up to it.
Sure. Or do they do a lot of the same stuff they did? I know you faced them when you were true freshman in 2011. Is it a lot of the same types of things, or are they a little bit different now than they were back then?
They're a little bit different, and obviously they were athletic 2 years ago, but at the same time, the defenses are completely different. Well, not completely, but just some of the coverages that they do and some of the blitzes they bring are a little bit different than what I saw a few years ago.
Do you remember that game in 2011? I mean, 45-10, a big win. I mean, that true freshman year was a great season for. What do you remember about that game specifically, or is there anything specifically that you remember about it?
Yeah, I remember. I was able to get a long run. I remember that, and just remember the weather being nice. I remember I threw two picks. There's a lot that I remember about that game, and I thought it was a great team win, but at the same time, the thing that pops out is the 2 picks. So
right.
I remember everything about that game.
Okay.